I know Chigs is in here recording or some shit.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like you.
I'm gonna fade. You didn't want that. I'm clowning your wife. You tighted that. And every time you mention my name, I'm back on your neck. The next time I'm bring it, man, I'm gonna work. Like I'm gonna first of all ask him if he taped it, and then the secondly, I might do some pimping curl and do a play-by-play of your wife getting long by the BBC, bro. I'll do that type of shit. I'm just saying. Now, of course, I make sure I don't get sued because I think 50 definitely got sued. Yo, 50 did do that shit, but that boy got sued for that. Did you ever see that video, man? So I said, bro, let's do this privately. This is catch a fade. Cool. Nobody got nobody, no cameras or nothing. He said he ain't want to do it. Wrote me 3-page letter. Bro, I'm not jealous of you. I know you're doing good. And then he just started like ranting about his life. Like, yeah, I'm not mad that I'm at the same radio station for 10 years. I'm not mad that my career is in a standstill. I'm like, that sound like he's about to commit it. I'm like, yo, brother. So really, like, I've never like taken when I'm going at either bozo. So you have one over the left, right? No, this guy over here, and then you have Rory over the right. Now I did say with Rory, and I'm gonna be honest with everything I've ever said. With Rory, I've said Rory crossed the line, and I would have never really even gotten to that point of clowning a nigga if he didn't cross the line of trying to intimidate me. Again, another dude who sees what they think is hip-hop perception of, oh, everybody's picking on Ak. So even, these dudes be talking like they're street dudes. Y'all are corporate dudes. Like y'all the least people I think would do anything. But the difference between me and y'all keep like alluding to like doing street shit. Only thing I've ever said about Rory, I'm a licensed gun holder. You show up to my property, my nigga, and I see you, not I see you later on the security camera. I see you, nigga. Listen, within the law, I would make sure me and my property and everybody around me well-being is protected, okay? If that means packing you up, that's just what it is. But nobody shows up to each other's house. Unless you think you some big bad guy. So, like, it's not like I was talking like, yo, when I see Rory, I'm going to run down. No! I don't give two fucks about him. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. And this is what both of these bozos is realizing. You won't engage in a war of words with Ak. And this is why I'm Ak. Online and win. I will roast you till... Yo, I roasted this fucking peon over there till he left this podcast. He broke off his engagement with his fiance. He went to therapy. You'd have thought you learned your lesson. Nigga, you lost your girl of 10 years. You left her with the ring. Engagement over. Your side chick in the pool. Who else? What happened? Kate, you got fired on your day off. You should be like, yo, Ak got it. That nigga Ak got it. Ak got it. That's all I'm trying to say. So anyway, that's the point. That's the point of what I was trying to tell these niggas, right? But when you hear these niggas talk, they be talking like it's about to go somewhere. Bro, there's zero threat of this going anywhere with Rory and Peter Rosenberg. Just listen to these niggas, man.
Yeah. They're now playing with things that are so crazy that the only steps that I don't know where one goes after this except...
Rosenberg, you pussy, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because if you was tight about me talking about your wife getting piped out, when I asked you if you wanted to catch a fade in DMs, you just said, of course I want to catch a fade. Nigga, you talking about some shit that's fade worthy. You said no.
To really, you alter your life in negative ways.
Oh my God.
This is, where are we going now? So, you know what?
I hate when these white dudes that are in hip hop start talking like they're the mafia. That's what this Rory nigga was doing. I remember when he was kind of alluding to getting people touched. I'm like, is this nigga think he's in Godfathers? Like, what is he talking about? I remember when I was just like, because somebody who was close to him, like, he's bitching. So, you know what I mean? I'm hearing everything that he's bitching about me. He don't like Joe. You know what I mean? He feel he should own the podcast. He feels, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, this nigga think he Drake or something. Like, in reality, like, he think like, yo, his legal game is nice. Joe told that nigga suck a dick. You ain't getting shit. You feel me? So anyway, I'm hearing all of this. So the person who's telling me, they say, yo, bro, why every time you get on your stream, you're killing this dude constantly? And they say, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of crossed the line. You mentioned this girl. I said, well, I'd agree with you, except everybody does the 50 Cent to me. When they do some shit, nobody sees that. I said, did you know this nigga showed up to my house? He said, what? What do you mean? I said, did you know the nigga showed up to my house in a fucking Kia? Not a Mercedes, a fucking Kia. And dropped off I think I still got it over there. Yeah. Nigga. Let me tell you how real my hate is. Nigga, I leave this permanently here. Nigga, I leave this card permanently right there, nigga. I don't forget my hatred for you bitch ass niggas. I hold it forever. Forever. Nigga, I don't even leave, bruh. When I wake up, when I'm doing a YouTube video, when I'm doing a meeting, I keep this over there to remind me of the niggas I don't like. You know, we got a little neighborhood watch service over here. Everybody say, yo, there's a key on the block. We thinking, okay, you know, the cleaning service probably came to clean up somebody's crib. It's a fucking ginger-looking nigga hopping out. Paranoid as actually didn't hop out of the car. They swung the door open. He looked like the USPS like little truck that I drive around. Paranoid, opens the mailbox, tosses this in there, and they tried to peel out, but it's a Kia. The shit couldn't spool up fast enough, so but it's all good. Anyway, the point of what I'm trying to say is that, man, I'm glad both of these fucking losers linked up, man. 2 ops I defeated. 5-0.
The internet is yours. Have a good time. He just did a sit down with DJ Vlad. I didn't click it. Like, do whatever you're gonna do. But I watched it. You watched it?
I watched it today. I think it's because when you texted me, you ended up in my algorithms and it popped up on YouTube. I was like, oh, I'm talking to Rosenberg today. Let me click this.
How bad? So give me the synopsis. How bad was it?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't. They were discussing radio and how radio is dead now and how
dead and irrelevant
and how they're the greatest. And it was a Vlad acting. And listen, the two of them together, say what you want about them, they'll be entertaining. The internet will like the two of them talking. So
yes,
damn. Yo, Rory, you see how when you mention my name this time around, you got so much respect in your voice. This is what you should have on the Joe Budden podcast as you was talking about me. I don't left you alone. But you had a lot of disrespect back then. Which I'm going to get into another thing soon. Because I don't know if Joe is hyping you up to make you feel like that, but I like the respect you have in your tone of voice here. It only took for your side chick to get piped out, me exposing the side chick, your engagement to be ruined, you getting kicked out of your apartment with your girl, you getting fired, and now you seem to have a lot more respect for Big Ack. It's cool. All right. Peter Rosenberg, up the camera quality on this shit, man. This is atrocious, brother. You're supposed to be like the Godfather of like podcasting. This is 140p. It's not going to work.
That's you know what? I like that. That's a very positive approach to it. And you're actually 100% correct. And, you know, in all fairness, in being honest about both of them, I have never been friendly or kind in how I've discussed either of them publicly in my entire life. So I can't really expect a lot back in return. I guess it's just the lines that I'm not willing to cross. That's I
feel you, and that's again why I don't do a lot of the back and forth, because I don't.
Now he's a hypocrite. I could hear Rosenberg saying this, but Rory, you showed up to the crib. You crossed every line possible. Rory, at that point, nigga, I would have paid $300,000 if I could have recruited your mom in a sex tape, nigga. I would over here violated you that way too. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You show up to a nigga's crib, you can't expect the gloves is off, nigga. When the side chick came over, I was like, we'll sell it for this. But I ain't gonna lie, man. On the list of people who, I was like, yo, I don't care if I do it. I just need one of the guys to pipe out. The moms, his girl. You got a sister of age? Like, let's find anybody. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, man. So that's why when other shit. So basically, I'm only saying that to say, Rory, like, when you do recount the situation, and I see you have a little bit more respect for it, Just please know that I'm not just some evil person just trying to do weird shit. That's not what's going on. You guys were trying to flex on me and try to step on boundaries. I will once again, because people have amnesia, because when they see me on these rants on YouTube, they're like, why is that going that hard? Because, yeah, these things look like fucking losers with the post-game loser press conference, and you feel bad for them. Let me just remind you. I was roasting Rory that he was a employee, not a boss, at the Joe Budden podcast. He got in his feelings, couldn't properly, he thinks somehow he's a comedian, which he's not funny, but cool. He one time compared himself to Andrew Schultz. Huge L. Andrew Schultz, 8,500 people, back-to-back shows one night at Radio City Music Hall. This nigga could barely sell out a fucking 200 seat podcast theater. But I'll digress. So this guy has an inflated ego from what he thinks his talent actually is, right? By the way, I'll cite my sources. This was the Brilliant Idiots Joe Budden podcast mashup. He cited he's more funny than Andrew Schultz. Clearly a lie, right? Anyway, it goes into the mindset of a delusional nigga like this, right? Cool. He started to be super critical of me. I'm a public figure. I understand. Mad people are critical of me. Where I felt he was out of line was when he started to speak about my business as if I was an idiot and he was the genius. Keep in mind, according to this bozo, I should have blindly followed Joe to Revolt and left Complex. Complex said, hey, Joe's out of here. He ain't coming back. We're giving you the keys to the car. We're going to pay you more than we ever paid Joe and you combined. And we'll give you this other shit because we want more of your content. Basically saying you could be the king over here compared to you could just follow Joe and be his minion. I said, you know what? I don't know what's going on with Joe and Revolt. Them niggas never really hit me up. Everything was coming through Joe. How the fuck I'm going to negotiate through my coworker? You know what I mean? Like, imagine like you work at Target and you're trying to like, you know, figure out how much money you're going to get in terms of a raise. And you got to talk to the cashier next to you, not the boss. Like, what? I ain't doing that. So anyway, I made a decision to stay, which by the way was a very ballsy decision I had to make. Number one, Complex was getting trashed all over, but I'm not no dick rider. I'm also somebody who's confident in my own skills, my own talent, my own brand. The chat niggas, we know we're going to ride. I said, I'm not just going to blindly follow Joe, just that the internet could think that I'm doing the right thing. Years later, in hindsight, Joe obviously, because he's super talented, always lands on his feet, but I landed on my feet as well. Here comes this bum-ass nigga predicament. They're at Spotify, which I'm at now. Hey, cool. We're at Spotify, and they're at Spotify, and it's renegotiation time. I'm hearing Spotify is offering them wild amount of money. This bum ass nigga is sharing an apartment with this girl, which his bum ass was paying down the middle. Well, maybe I can't knock him for that. You know what I mean? His girl was paying half the rent. He paying half the rent. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, like, your girl's gonna be less tolerant if you having a side chick if you're paying only half the rent. You feel me? It's one thing if you're like, the bills are paid, the nice car's out front, you'd be like, yeah, I fucked another bitch. So what? So anyway, that's going on. I get the intel. Well, I even get no intel. They keep saying that Joe told me. And I know this might be sound like rehashing, but I don't give a fuck. As I said, I keep this card on my desk as a reminder, nigga, that as soon as you see as soon as you think it's Halloween and these zombies are trying to climb out the grave, just make sure you grab a shovel and beat them over the head, throw them back in the casket, and instead of 6 feet, put them 12, okay? This bozo was talking like the business guru, but have never done any business with podcasts other than being Joe Budden's lackey, okay?
A tough guy.
Essentially, I'm now offended because I'm like, I know what Joe is going through, but this nigga that was commenting on my business, why don't he comment on his? I start bringing that to the limelight. I start calling him a worker, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being a worker. There's a lot of shit. I don't own Spotify. You don't see me over there talking about, yo, I own Spotify. Listen, I own DJ Akademiks, and the brand of that. But I am a contracted employee, a contracted worker. You know what I mean? Only these niggas, you see, only a nigga who is not only insecure, but who doesn't really have shit going on will get triggered by that. Because I was a worker at Complex. I wasn't no boss at Complex. I was a worker. I'm a worker at Spotify, but I'm a boss when it comes to academics and everything I own and I got going on. I wouldn't get offended. But of course, this little ginger nigga, he got mad offended. So I'm roasting him every week. Every week. He can't respond. I think Joe either had a gag order. Joe later tonight said, I ain't telling me he couldn't respond. He just wasn't witty enough. He claims he's a comedian, nigga. I'm roasting you with jokes, all type of shit, nigga. I'm calling you Rory. Like, nigga, come the fuck on. You ain't got no jokes back? Like, god damn it, nigga. I'm a fat gerbil looking nigga. Like, that sit on Twitch. You tell me you can't roast back? Okay. This nigga gets so mad. He's red in the face every time because, you know, they talk about public topics. I post a lot of public news. So Joe will be talking about things that I posted or things maybe that I even commented on. Like, yo, Rosenberg, when I see you, I'm going to shoot you. No, it ain't nothing like that. But I'm going to roast you to the point that your personal life is in fucking turmoil. Anyway, this bozo Rory decides, yo, let me try to show up to his house and drop a postcard to show him that I'm Irish and my mafia vibes. Like, my mafia vibes. By the way, how many summers ago did I roast these niggas? Like, yo, I'm still on their neck. Jesus Christ. I know some of y'all probably like, yo, get over it. No, nigga, never. Told you, never. Okay? Never. Okay? Listen, if it could be the day of that nigga's funeral, I might show up, like, just scratch the stage. Like, just jump. Hey, Rory. Yeah. I'm telling you. Just don't. Like, this is deep. Don't be like, get over it. Yo, why you still, no. Y'all ain't notice that's me? Y'all ain't notice that's me?